What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another history lesson telling the entire story of America that we were not taught or not educated upon. Today's lesson is going to be more about moderate times, currently, and today's story lessons. If I asked you, when was the last school desegregated in America, would you know? Think about it for a minute. What year would you think America officially desegregated all its schools? Some of you would say 1960, 70, 80. All of y'all are wrong. What if I told you that schools were officially desegregated 2016? The year 2016 was the last desegregated school in Cleveland, Mississippi. That was the official time where we had all of our schools officially desegregated away from races and ethnicities. I'd like to throw a question out there. Have we ever really had desegregated schools? Think about it for a moment. If you look at the story of America and we look at how the process happened and we look at where they're currently going right now, are our schools integrated? I would say if you look at this entire story in totality, no, they aren't. The schools are not integrated till this day. If you look at what they call urban, underfunded schools, they are still segregated. You see very few white Americans at these locations. It is nothing wrong with them choosing or going to a certain education system, but we, in my opinion, are still segregated. You see very few people integrated, living in neighborhoods like the vision we had during the Civil Rights era. Looking back at it, because we always must reflect and look at the entire city stories in totality, I would say that many Black Americans' school system was 3 times as better when they were desegregated. If you look at the historical lessons, if you look at attendance, if you look at behavior, if you looked at everything that needed to be committed, if you looked at it, studied it, and you see all the great scholars, authors, technicians, mathematicians, engineers that came from segregated school systems, you would see how much those segregated school systems for Black Americans primarily thrived. While most white Americans still go to segregated schools, it's very few times that you would see them in a desegregated environment. So I'd like to throw this question out there. We're always taught in school how this one and how outcomes truly work. I would like to throw it out there, which I'm going to take a deep dive into the lawsuit that actually kept the school segregated in another video. But this one right here, I want to talk about. Use our intellectual cap. If we have officially just been desegregated officially in 2016, has the process of integrating education truly worked? It is up for discussion. I see a lot of times that we talk about advancing in higher education, but our foundation pieces in this country are broken. We don't learn true history. We don't learn true outcomes. We do not learn everything that has happened. I am pro-education. Don't take it as me not. What I'm saying is that the method that we are currently on is not working. It's not. The kids are disinterested. The system is flawed. They do not get the rewards. That's why you got low disinterest in education. I understand the theories and how it works, but we are not taught the general skills that will make you happy as a person. We're taught the basics, the foundation pieces. I get it. It is not job of the educator to do everything that parents are supposed to do. But what we need to do is we need to reevaluate. Because if we looked at the past 60 to 70 years, post-segregation officially, I would say that America is doing worse in all its core subjects and mostly academically. At the Ivy League level, the economics and the status has stayed, but everywhere else in our society has suffered. If you don't believe me, just look at the numbers. We have repetitive school systems, still ones at the bottom. We have the coastal cities really thriving, overachieving due to higher income parents and higher income schools. But we're only as good as our lowest common denominator. Right now, where we currently stand, do we think that segregated or intersegregated schools are working. Use your opinion. Use your judgment. I wanted to give you the entire story, the facts, and how everything happened. I'm not here to make you think a certain way. I'm not here to change your plane of thought. What I am here is to give you perspective. The perspective of we have 70 years of trying and true two things. That's 2 generations if you look about it. In those 2 generations of people, do you think it has been a success or failure how we've learned, taught, and educated our young? America as a whole, do you think we are trending upwards or downwards? That is up for the people and its discernment to understand. I vote change needs to happen. I vote look at history and see what was successful and what was not. And we must make radical changes. It's just a current topic. Segregated or integrated schools. Are we integrated? Does it work? Let me know what your thoughts are, y'all. Comment, subscribe, link to the channel, and let me know what your thoughts are. It's your boy, checking out. Peace.